Hello everyone, Chuck Eckberg of the Chuck Eckberg Group. I just want to say today that we try to make these videos interesting. We try to get them out to you most every week. And we do this because we have a lot of affection for you. We want to stay in touch. It's the most satisfying thing to be able to serve you, and we hope to be able to serve you in the future. That leads me to my next point. People are asking what's going on with the market, because it's a great question right now. We're in so much flux. We've never seen historically, probably in my lifetime even, this kind of interest rate rise in such a short time, and it really truly has affected the market profoundly. We were at the bottom of affordability. Affordability is a measure of how much, how many people can afford the average price home. And that's a factor of the housing price and interest rates, because most of us are borrowing the majority of the money that we need to buy that home. And so affordability is starting to creep up a little bit, even though with rates going up. What we're seeing is some sellers really seeing that they don't have a market for their home at the price they may have had thought of in June, for instance. So we're starting to see some price reductions. Some of my clients are actually finding an increase in inventory, so it's prompting them to at least have discussions about listing now, which is generally not a topic for discussion this time of year because the market gets slower. Aren't as many buyers out there, and sellers generally will have a better result if they list in the early spring or springtime. But now with inventory starting to rise with the lower number of sales, some of my sellers are going, I think I can find a really nice house to buy, so maybe we should list ours. So that's going to continue to increase inventory. We are seeing an increase in inventory finally. The most profound statistic from the St. Paul Association of Realtors for the 13 county metro area is the change in pending sales. Pending is when before, we put the for sale sign up, the deal is struck and we're waiting to close. It's that time period. We're waiting to close. Profoundly, even though last year was a low inventory year, like 2020 was a low inventory year, the number of pending sales is down from last year at this time, 37.3%. So we're still in that little bit of a face-off between seller and buyer. Sellers still anchored, as I've talked about, anchoring to a previous idea of price, and buyers saying, I either can't afford that or I won't pay that. So we're seeing sellers kind of holding on, I think, for too long. Their house isn't selling. What is the point? If you're going to be on the market, you want to try to do what you can to sell. But buyers are trying to wait those sellers out. So it is a very interesting time. Usually really busy for the first 8 months of the year, but if you'd like to have a conversation on the phone, go have a cup of coffee, something like that with me. I have time right now. We've got some exciting things coming up. I'm not going to be specific, but we should have a pretty significant announcement coming up within the next month or so. And we're going to have a client event in the first quarter, likely in January. Once we get through the holidays. It's a busy time, so it's probably not the best time for that, but you can look forward to that as well. Thanks for listening. Have a wonderful Halloween. Have some fun out there and be safe, and we'll see you next time.